Friends, now we go to this documentation. Please understand that the documentation is a little bit technical area, where bank has more reliance, whatever we have discussed earlier, that the enforceability of security depends upon the quality of documentation. Before we go into the details of it, kindly note that the inherent defect in the document will be a perpetual one, it cannot be removed. Whatever the errors we are committing at the time of execution, whatever are the errors with reference to the stamp duty, whatever are the errors with reference to the registration, they will continue. These errors are beyond rectification. So, as a banker, one has to be extremely cautious while undertaking the documentation. One has to, as a banker, should be fully acquainted with various acts, that is the Stamp Act, State Stamp Act, Central Stamp Act, Indian Stamp Act, plus you should also know what is the Banker's Books of Evidence Act. For enforcing any document, a bank is required to file a civil suit, and all these documents are to be vetted through a witness in the court of law. In case any deficiency is noticed, so the claim by the bank is likely to be rejected at any cost by the court authorities. While undertaking the security documents, we have to see few things. We have to select a very appropriate document that is according to the type of charge being created in favor of bank. There are various charges depending upon the facilities we are extending to the customer. It could be assignment, it could be lien, it could be mortgage, it could be hypothecation charge. Any charge, whatever are there, it has to be supported by the document, security document. The documents are required to be stamped. There are various provisions. Certain documents are governed by the Indian Stamp Act, and some documents are governed by the state acts. As far as the stamp duty is concerned on the document, it is the state where the documents are executed will decide the quantum of tax, quantum of stamp duty, the rules which are prevalent. So the place of execution and the date of execution of paramount importance as far as the documents are concerned. So while undertaking the exercise, we have to see whether a bank is obtaining an appropriate document or not, which is required for creating a specified charge as per the terms of selection. Then one has to ensure that the stamp duty is adequately paid. Of course, there are some provisions, some documents you can pay the stamp duty penalty at a later stage, but it is a sort of embarrassment. As a banker, I should be well acquainted with that situation should always be available, always be avoided at the operation level. Then we should be well conversant in the Stamp Act. If suppose needed, you can take definitely the legal guidance from the panel advocate or panel, so that the stamp duty disputes are not there. Most important is, what is the capacity of the executor? The person who is executing, that is the borrower, what is its constitution? Who is a competent person to execute the document, to own a responsibility on behalf of the customer, on behalf of the borrower rather? How he is authorized? What is the document through which he is authorized? For example, if suppose bank is granting a loan to a private limited company or public limited company, it being the artificial legal person, the directors are required to be empowered through a special resolution to be passed by the company. Unless that resolution is there, the person who is executing the document has no meaning. So at the time of documentation, it is to be ensured that the person who is executing the document is duly empowered through a separate resolution or whatever is required. Similarly, in case of individuals also, we have to be very specific about it. To whom I am lending? Who is taking the responsibility? The identification of the person who is executing is of extreme importance. Because there are various cases where the impersonation has happened and bank had to lose money. Impersonation happens because the customer, at the operation level, we are not aware who is the customer. So, the officer or the credit officer who is getting the documents executed, he should be well acquainted with the executor, what is his capacity and who is the executor. Then certain documents which are executed are required to be registered. Or need not be registered, but in certain cases at state level, State Act provides that the registration is must. The advantage of a document which is registered in the registrar by paying the registration fees is to ensure the enforceability of the document. If suppose the document is not registered, then its enforceability is jeopardized. Rather, its legal effect is vitiated. Then documentation, as far as the execution is concerned, then the credit officer or part of credit management, you are required to scrutinize the document also. There are various documents which we are encountering or we are required to handle. One of them is the title deeds. In case of mortgages in the fixed assets, the documents with the title deed are extremely important. As a procedure, we do obtain a title verification report from our panel advocate, but the originality has to be perused and scrutinized in the bank. Because friends, you all might be aware, because all banks are getting this documentation about the original document certified by the advocate. But in the recent case, Supreme Court has directed that the banker is responsible, banker is supposed to peruse and scrutinize whether the document is original or otherwise. Advocate has no role to play because his job is or his role is different. So it was very specific. Now the onus is on a banker to ascertain whether the document is original or not. Then title verification report where it is received, it needs to be seen and scrutinized. The title verification report has to be in the name of a bank. It should not be in the name of the borrower. For the simple reason, if suppose something goes wrong, the banker will have some relationship with the advocate. Otherwise, there is no locus standi. So, bank can initiate action against the advocate. So, by scrutinizing the title verification report, it is to be ensured that the report is addressed to the bank or the branch head. He has perused it, and certain things in the very title verification report are also required to be seen. The advocate who is giving the certificate, who is giving that report, he has to confirm that he has personally visited the registrar office, he has perused the report and he got himself satisfied about it. Many times it is reported rather that the advocate has sent his junior clerk for verification by paying the fees and all that. So it is not acceptable to the bank. So as a banker, as a credit manager or credit officer, you have to see that the title verification report or title verification process is undertaken by the advocate. The details of the properties are indicated there, 4 boundaries are indicated there, and the title of chain, how the title has moved from one hand to another hand over a period of time, usually the 30 years such report is obtained, whether it is indicated clearly there or not. And furthermore, the title verification report, it is also indicated which sort of document should be obtained for the purpose of creating mortgage charge. It could be legal mortgage or equitable mortgage. Because equitable mortgage has to be created only on the basis of the original title deeds. If it is not available, then you have to go for the other type of mortgages as per the Act. The scrutiny of title verification report is extremely important. Then, one is required to handle valuation. The valuation of the property which is proposed to be mortgaged is evaluated by an architect or valuer approved by the bank. The valuation or the valuer is expected to physically verify the property. Nowadays all banks are starting, even they are asking for a photograph of the property. He has to indicate there that he has seen the property personally. and what is the basis of his valuation has also to be indicated there. Many times market report is a general term given, but it should not be accepted because the valuation report or valuer has to indicate whether any transaction in the similar transaction of a similar property has occurred and registered, and what was the rate at which the property was sold in the recent past has also to be indicated. Usually the valuers give three types of valuation. One is the market value, another is the distress value, third is the stamp duty value. There should be one more, what is the registered value, what is the registration value. Stamp duty value is the value which is specified to the state government for the purpose of computing the stamp duty. Market value is based on the market report or if suppose any similar transactions are there. Then the distress value is the value where a bank is forced to or a firm is required to sell under a distress. So what sort of amount will be recovered from that property? That is a distress value. And there could be some registered value also, because all these four parameters would be there. And as a banker, you have to take cognizance of each of it, and the basis of valuation has to be verified. It should not be merely a report which is kept on record. It is not going to suffice your purpose. Furthermore, it also includes the schedule of the property, that is the description of the property which the valuer has seen. So description has to be very specific one. What is the plot number, the references to the land record, everything has to be specified. Plus the general location also is to be indicated. Based on this valuation only, the entire credit decision is dependent. Friends, many times we are required to handle the land records, particularly when we are extending finance for agriculture purpose. The land records are maintained by the state authorities. Every state is having their own system of maintaining the records. The credit officer, as a part of credit management, has to get acquainted the manner in which the records are maintained, and which the record is having a relevance, because as a banker we need to know who is the real owner of a particular property. So by handling the land records, it should be authenticated one. It should be issued by a competent person. It should indicate the entire description of the property, and if any charges are there, because in land record you will find, usually the famous one is the 712 extract, wherein whatever the charges are there, even the government dues or government levies, they are overdue or offsetting, those are also indicated in these land records. So when we obtain land records, so few things are to be kept in view by scrutinizing. Then you should first get acquainted with the land records, the manner in which they are maintained, and the relevance to the ownership, and if any qualifications are there or not. So one has to be very careful while handling these papers. Then certain permissions, various permissions are required by the development agencies, development authorities. If it is in case of fixed assets, or flat, or building, or anything, whatever you are constructing, the development authorities give the permission. It could be municipal corporation, it could be another corporation, it could be even ground panchayat at a ground level also. So whether these permissions are correct or not, because many times it is observed that the title documents are okay, titling documents are okay, the executant is okay, but the permissions are not correct. So in that case, whatever the structure is constructed, it is rendered as the illegal one, and many times the such structures are also demolished by the authorities because they have a legal powers to that effect. So as a banker, in order to protect our interest, it is to be seen that whatever the permissions are obtained or permissions are required, approvals are required, sanctions are required, these are taken care of before creating charges. One more issue is also involved in documentation, that is filing of charges. Particularly in case of private limited and public limited company, register of companies are there. We are required to file any sort of charge created by the company in favor of a banker with these authorities within a specified period, say within a period of 30 days on the date of creation. The moment that charge is registered, what is the significance of it? it is a notice to the public. Because it being an artificial legal person, all the records of assets and the charges are maintained by the register of companies. The moment it is registered, it becomes a notice to the public, and if suppose anybody wants to lend, so that is why he can have a security with the registrar's office while before lending finance to the private limited company or public limited company, so that he can come to know whether any charges are prevailing under this section. So it has to be ensured that within the time frame, it is the required charges are filed with the register of company. So in brief, the stages involved in it should be a proper documents, appropriate stamping of documents as per the Indian Stamp Act or the state Stamp Act, whatever is the prevalent one, depending upon the nature of the document. Execution of document has to be in the branch premises, because the place of document is irrelevant and the date of execution of document is relevant. Then charge creation, that we are also in nutshell, this is also a step. In order to keep these documents alive, a renewal document is also. The limitation period is to be extended by obtaining the revival document or renewal document. Different nomenclatures are used. Usually, the validity of period of the document get expired after a period of 3 years from the date of execution. So, renewal of document is also a matter to look into whether trade officer or trade management or it is a part of trade monitoring. The moment the limitation period is over, bank is deprived of legal remedies against that particular law. Then books of evidence act, where that certain documents are to be presented to the court to the witness. So it is a relevance in the books of evidence act. The documents are required to be certified under this act. Then one stage is involved. If suppose the document is time barred, it can also be revived, because there could be a situation, the intentions are not bad. Through accident, the documents are time barred, banker is required to obtain a letter and take a full set of documents for that. So it amounts to revival of a time barred document. For any document, a consideration is must, but in this situation it is not required, because the consideration is a past consideration in the instant case. So the revival of time barred document is also there. So in nutshell, we have discussed certain principles of lending, and precautions also we have taken. We taken while taking the credit decisions. Then assessment taking, assessment of working capital download, how it is to be done, what precautions we should take. Then credit management, some aspects of credit monitoring, and few issues related to documentation.